What's up, my boomers? It's me, Melanie Mac, here on my social commentary channel, Melanie Mac Go Boom. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. So for today's video, I'm going to try to think of how to even dance around this without getting demonetized. Yikes, because it's a big yikes. So I saw this. I don't even know how YouTube can read, YouTube can read, but hey, let's see what happens. So Joe Rogan posted this. So 4 men, they gang relationed and killed and ate a protected monitor lizard. Okay. Yikes. All right. So Joe Rogan says, I have so many questions. I wonder if this was spontaneous or planned. I wonder if one of them was like, hey guys, I think this is going too far. You would think, would you not? So let me go ahead and go into the topic or the actual article here. I have never seen a crime like this. All right. So it says forest officials in India are investigating 4 men who gang relationed, killed, cooked, and ate a monitor lizard in one of India's most protected forest reserves. It was the only monitor lizard in the park. Whew. Okay. The incident took place on March 29th at the Sahyadri Tiger Reserve in the western Indian state of Maharashtra. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how to pronounce anything, hardly even in English language. So my apologies. I'm doing my best. The forest camera. So somebody had to witness this. Yikes. The forest camera traps meant for tracking tigers caught the accused men trespassing the reserve's Chandoli National Park. Forest officials arrested the men between April 1st and 5th and found photos and videos on their phones of them gang relationing a monitor lizard and then killing and eating it. Okay, so as if, the act itself wasn't enough for them, they had to film it. Okay. I have never seen a crime like this before, Division Forest Officer Vishal Mali told Vice World News. The men are in their 20s and 30s. They appeared to have done it for fun. There was no religious or black magic agenda. The men were identified as Sandeep Pawar, Mangesh Kamtekar, Akshay Kamtekar, so brothers, okay. This was a family event, and Ramesh Gag. All locals. They are charged under India's Wildlife Protection Act 1972. A local court granted them bail last week. Why? Show their faces. Shame. Shame them. All right. India's monitor lizards are endangered. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So while the suspects are out on bail. What? Oh, that poor dog. So somebody else, a goat and a dog. Why do people do this? I heard of someone. This reminds me of, where did I see this? I think it was on Reddit. Someone said they were at a Petco or a PetSmart and they went in to go back to their car and they saw on the parking lot a dude with a guinea pig that he just purchased and was not being very nice to it. And I think they were able to save the guinea pig. I just don't know where this kind of sickness comes from. I don't know, dude. It's poison to the mind. I don't get how people can reach this point of sadistic. I don't get it. So let's see. Photos and videos sent to a forensic lab to build evidence for the case, and I hope they freaking, yeah. Anybody capable of doing something like this does not need to be on the streets. They don't. If they can do something like this, then eventually they're going to do something like this to a human being. It's already bad enough that they did this to an animal. They don't, no. They just don't let them out. Don't. Like, this is just disgusting, sadistic. They said not only is this cruel, but there is a risk of zoonotic diseases from this kind of case. There are concerns of men carrying STDs and other infections from their act, Molly said. Well, let's hope they get the most oddest of, I would not be mad if they got something really janky and nasty from their deeds. They deserve some sort of karma for that. Yikes! Okay, why am I making a video on this? Oh my gosh. Okay, I've kind of had enough. Let me go ahead and read some. I've seen enough. This is disturbing. All right, let me go and read some recent comments from some of my recent videos. Adam says, let them do one more Tomb Raider movie with Alicia Vikander, who I think still looks feminine and is good as the character, but definitely doesn't fit Lara Croft's physical type. If the next movie doesn't do that well and the Hollywood wokeness pendulum begins to swing further and further back, we'll get another Tomb Raider reboot with an actress of more traditional body type. It will be inevitable because the idiots who complain about Lara's sexy look are now not the ones who actually pay to watch the movies or buy the video games. The real fans will win in the end, not these SJWs who don't have or spend my money on crap. Yeah, I like Alicia Vikander. I think she's very beautiful. I do agree she doesn't have the Lara Croft body type traditionally at all, honestly, but she is a very beautiful woman, and I do think that she really captured Lara's personality well. I think she did so much better. She did a better Lara Croft than the games did for the reboots because she actually had somewhat of a classic Lara Croft personality inserted in there. So I don't know if she took that inspiration from classic Lara from the games or from Angelina Jolie's Lara. But either way, I do like what she did with it. I think with the next movie, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if it's pretty woke because Alicia Vikander, I believe, is pretty woke herself. And then she's going to have more input and stuff, assuming they do move forward with it. I don't know. I have kind of mixed feelings about what they're doing next. I do feel somewhat of a promise when Misha Green, who's directing and writing it and all that, she used like dual pistol emojis and dinosaurs and stuff when she tweeted about it, which I want to see that. So I don't know, we'll see, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Tomb Raider in general is very woke now, and yeah, we'll see. Trash Panda says, hey Mel, what's your stance on RTS games such as Dune 2000 or Command and Conquer? I dabble in some RTS games, but they're not like my main thing. But my favorite was Command & Conquer Generals Zero Hour. I used to play a decent amount of that. So, yeah, I like that. But it's been a long time. I like some strategy games, like strategy RPGs, like Fire Emblem, I freaking love. But RTS, I dabble here and there, but not a whole lot. Chris says, thanks for providing a positive environment on the internet. Love the positive lifestyle. Thank you for the entertainment. Wishing you much success. Thank you so much, Chris. That's so nice of you. Gauntz says, if anyone was offended by GTA, then it did its job. Removing it is just ridiculous. This was such a good comment. So succinct, so well put, because that's what Rockstar always did. They were just offensive to everybody. Like, that's just how it was. So it's just like, hey, if they offended people, then they did their job. And so now with them being, catering more to the woke side of things, and to be more, politically correct, definitely is not the same Rockstar we're used to. Darth Collins says, males streaming on Twitch and females streaming, particularly attractive females, is totally different. Okay. I'm certain you must know that. So, is this just based on how they look, or how is it different? I mean, I understand there's some differences if there's the hot tub streamers and stuff. But, someone like myself who plays video games on Twitch or whatever and doesn't do the hot tub stuff, what makes it different other than, okay, I am different. I'm different. I'm not a dude, but I don't know. Ask yourself this. If the ability to make money from streaming on Twitch was completely taken away, would you see the biggest dip on the female side or the male side? Honestly, I think I'd see a big, huge dip on both. Because, even as someone who's done streaming and content creation in general for as long as I have, I get so many dudes asking me, a lot more than girls, but granted my audience is mostly male, so I get them asking me DM requests, emails to my business email, which I'm like, why are you emailing this to me? Asking me, hey, can you give me advice on how to stream, because I want to make some money. First of all, like, it's that easy. Secondly, don't think that dudes aren't streaming for money. They are. I think it would be the former by a large margin. I think it would be both, honestly. Do I think that it would weed out, like, the fake gamers, fake gamer girls and all that? Yeah, but honestly, usually girls who are streaming just for money and who are just trying to cash out aren't playing games. It's not that profitable for a woman to just be on there playing games. It's a lot more profitable for a woman to be sitting in a hot tub on Twitch. That's what I think Twitch should be personally. Go back to the old Justin TV days where people stream purely for fun and to hang out in their spare time. I used to do that. I mean, when I first started streaming, nobody made money on it. So I just did it for fun. That's why I first did YouTube and stuff as well. I'm one of the, one of the first female gaming content creators. But I think this is a stupid take, quite frankly. I think it's a very uneducated take. I don't think you understand what you're talking about. And secondly, not to say that there aren't a lot of girls who don't get into this for the money. Some of them do, but the amount of work it takes to actually make something like this remotely profitable, anything more than working at McDonald's or something, is just a lot, especially for somebody just getting into it now at this competitive state. So I feel like for most, it wouldn't even be worth the effort unless, like I said, some of these girls are doing hot tub streams or something like that. But a girl just being a gamer streaming on Twitch is not going to make that much money for the most part, unless you're like really big, like Pokimane or something like that, or you've already got some sort of an established base, right? But in general, some girl just starting out, maybe having 10,000 followers or something like that, she's not going to be making that much money at all, with rare exception. The amount of girls who make a lot of money on Twitch are very, very, very small. Okay. Guys make way more money on Twitch than girls do. Except for some of the hot tub streamer type, OF types. But yeah, this is also a stupid take to expect to have content online. You want to have the entertainment of streamers and you want them to pour a bunch of time into stuff, but you don't think they should be compensated, and they should just be pouring in a bunch of time and giving you free entertainment. Yeah, I do. I think this is overall a very dumb take, personally. All right, Troy says, well, the cancel culture are stretched a bit thin because they've been canceling themselves. Exactly. And this is something that I've been saying for a while, and we're starting to see it a lot more now, is the cancel squad, the cancel culture, the wokes, all that, is that they've canceled so many people and they've pushed so many people out of their movement that now they're even more outnumbered than what they even appeared to be before. There's no way that their movement had any sort of sustainability. If you cancel everybody, especially over things they've said like a decade or so ago, or anything else, you're going to cancel people for being human. Now, there's certain exceptions. I mean, look in this case, Ezra Miller, Amber, all that. They are actual abusers. They actually need to be thrown in jail. But in situations of where a lot of other people are being canceled, content creators and people on TV, stuff like that, over stupid stuff, dude. Yeah, and they turn on each other. They eat each other alive. There's no way. It just logistically makes no sense to form a movement and to start attacking each other and to push everyone out of it. If you're going to have a club that nobody can be in because nobody, quite frankly, is perfect, then, yeah, you're not going to sustain. All right. What I love is that Amber is a L'Oreal spokesperson. Girl couldn't even use their product in her lives since I'm seeing so many people saying they are buying Milani because of that TikTok post. I also have that same Milani compact. That's amazing. All right, I've had a couple girlfriends that would... Okay, sorry, I'm laughing as I start reading this. Oh, I forgot. This was a serious comment. All right. So this one I was laughing at. All right, here we go. I've had a couple girlfriends that would hit me whenever they were mad. I'm 6'5" and 230 pounds, and they felt I should just be able to take it. It makes you feel trapped when you're in a fight because you can't and shouldn't hit back. Leaving is always the best choice in that situation. 1,000% agree. I'm going to assume by your comment, by past tense here, that you've gotten out. I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if it didn't hurt or anything like that. That is still painful to your emotions and mentally and all that kind of stuff to have someone abusing you. And 1,000,000,000% women can be abusers as well, physically, emotionally, and anything and everything in between. And men can be abused, and sadly they don't feel as comfortable coming forward about that kind of stuff. So it's just sad times, but I'm so sorry you went through that, and I hope you are in a much better place now. John says, lock Ezra and Amber in a room. 2 humans enter, 1 human leaves. I would win that. Just don't let there be any chairs in the room. Dane says, Amber lies so often that she easily qualifies to get hired as the next White House press secretary. Drew says, this trial better open many people up and realize why it's dangerous to believe all women, and that women can be abusive and men can be abused when it comes to domestic violence. But more specifically, this trial should show these feminist morons that women are not oppressed and men are not privileged. I 1,000% agree that this whole believe all women thing is destructive. It's not healthy because, like, also it just makes 0 sense. So women can't lie. You know what I mean? I think that, you know, when this first believe all women thing came out, I can appreciate people saying believe women who are stepping forward and sharing, trying to get help for things that they've gone through and stuff like that, and any abuse that they've endured and all that. But in the case of believe all women, no, we shouldn't believe all anybody based on their gender, because yeah, liars exist, and there's no gender doesn't change if someone can lie or not. I think the general principle here is that we need to, you know, be supportive of abuse victims regardless of what their gender is. Benjamin says, keep doing your videos the way you want to do them. Verse of the day is so nice and helps 100 people for every 1 person that gives you a negative comment about it. Mad respect to you always. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Today's verse of the day, let's get rid of this, is I picked Proverbs 12:10. I want to talk about something about animals in a positive light. It says, whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. I don't know if you hear my cat at the door. Coltrane, not right now. Speaking of animals. He's so clingy, that cat is. All right, so whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. And that's the thing, is you can tell a lot about the character of a person by how they treat animals. And so I do like when the Bible does talk about stuff like that, like treating your animals right, being good to them. Do not do what those dudes did to that lizard and things like that. That's not right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm uploading this so late, so by the time I upload the next video tomorrow, they're going to be like almost 2 uploads in one day. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, go boom.